Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most game-changing rumors we've seen in recent NFL history, especially for us, the Commanders fans. Word around the league, according to multiple sources, is that the Washington Commanders are in serious talks to acquire none other than Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, you heard that right. Garrett, who has been a nightmare for opposing offensive lines since he entered the league, could soon be donning the burgundy and gold. And let me tell you, this isn't just some pipe dream. The buzz is strong. The sources close to both teams suggest that a deal might be on the horizon. While nothing's official yet, the whispers are that the Commanders are pushing hard, offering a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. And honestly, that's a pretty big price, but it might be worth it if we get the guy who could transform our pass rush overnight. Let's take a step back for a moment and analyze why this makes so much sense, especially for us, the fans. The Cleveland Browns, currently sitting at a 5-12 record, are in a full rebuild mode. They are clearly prioritizing cap space, freeing up about $21 million this offseason, mainly to invest in their quarterback and offensive line, which have been major concerns. Browns are also dealing with a rebuild that's trying to retool around younger talent, and releasing a player like Garrett, who's earning around $30 million annually, makes financial sense for them. They're looking to cut costs and build for the future, even if it means losing one of their top defensive pieces. Browns' management is probably thinking about how they can rebuild with a focus on the future rather than trying to contend next season. Meanwhile, the Commanders, also at a 5-12 record, are staring at a crucial crossroads. Their defense, while showing flashes, has lacked that elite edge rusher who can consistently pressure the quarterback and disrupt defensive schemes. We all know how vital a player like Garrett can be in that role. Just look at what he did in 2023, 23 sacks, leading the NFL, plus 43 solo tackles, 60 total stops, 3 forced fumbles, and a PFF grade of 92. 7. This guy is a game wrecker. He's not just about sacks, he's a disruptor, a force that commands double teams, collapses pockets, and forces teams into uncomfortable third-and-long situations. Bringing him to Washington could elevate our entire defense, not just the pass rush. It would give us a true alpha on the line, someone who can match up with the best and make life miserable for any quarterback. From a statistical standpoint, Garrett in 2025 is projected to be even better, with recent trends showing his dominance only increasing. His 2023 season, where he amassed 23 sacks, was one of the best performances of his career, comparable to the likes of Watt or other top-tier defensive players. His career totals now sit at 125, 5 sacks, with 293 solo tackles and 23 forced fumbles. And what's even more impressive, he's been remarkably durable, playing all of 2025 without injuries, which is a big deal when you're talking about acquiring a player of his caliber. His EPA per sack is at 35, and he's racked up 33 tackles for loss. Against current edge rushers, he's averaging +2, 5 pressures per game, a number that tells you how consistently he gets after the quarterback. If Garrett joins Washington, projections show he could push for around 20 sacks next season, potentially helping our defense jump from a middling 25th to a top 10 unit. And here's the thing, his presence could revolutionize our entire defense. Imagine Garrett, alongside our current linebackers and secondary, creating a pressure rate increase of around 15%. That boost in pressure would lead to more turnovers, more sacks, and overall, a defense that opponents fear. His impact isn't just about individual stats, it's about how he elevates the performance of everyone around him. Plus, his ability to reduce the success of running plays is comparable to what Micah Parsons did with the Cowboys in 2024. Garrett's presence could cut down on big runs, force teams into predictable passing situations, and ultimately shift the momentum in our favor. Now, why would the Browns trade him? Well, they're clearly prioritizing their rebuild. And while Garrett is an elite player, the financial burden of his contract is significant. A trade reflects their skepticism about contending in the short term and perhaps a belief that they can rebuild around younger players or draft picks. For the Commanders, this is a chance to snag a proven star at a crucial position, a move that could immediately turn our fortunes around and make us serious playoff contenders. The team's current cap situation, with around $23 million in available space, gives us some flexibility to absorb his salary and make a run at a guy who's been a proven difference maker. The impact of adding Garrett would be immediate and noticeable. A projection of around 20 sacks for him next year would be a huge boost, but his presence on the field also commands respect from quarterbacks, which could lead to more hurried throws, more turnovers, and overall, a more aggressive and confident defense. His addition could also help us improve our third down defense, which has struggled in recent seasons, and possibly push us into that top 10 defensive ranking. The NFL is a league where one player can change everything, and Garrett's track record makes him one of those players. Just look at how his presence has affected teams and offenses in Cleveland. His ability to generate pressure and sacks is comparable to some of the best pass rushers in NFL history, and bringing that to Washington would be a massive statement. From a strategic perspective, acquiring Garrett aligns with the Commanders' vision of building a defense that can carry us deep into the playoffs. Our front seven needs that game-changing presence, and Garrett fits the bill perfectly. His projected impact could lead to a 15% increase in pressure rate, which directly correlates to more turnovers and fewer points allowed. If we can pair him with existing talent and perhaps even add secondary pieces with the cap space and draft picks, we could see a significant leap forward. And of course, this move would send a strong message to the rest of the league that the Commanders are serious about competing at the highest level. It's a bold move, but sometimes you have to take big risks to get big rewards. Looking ahead, if this trade goes through, the Commanders could be looking at a record close to 9-8 or even better, depending on how well our offense performs and how quickly Garrett can gel with the defense. The AFC East and NFC North might be tough divisions, but with a dominant pass rush, we could threaten to reach the playoffs and maybe even make a deep run. Plus, Garrett's addition would give us a real shot at breaking our playoff drought and maybe even competing for that elusive Super Bowl. The odds for us winning it could shift from +10-0 to +3-0, making us a serious dark horse in the postseason conversation. Of course, all of this hinges on the trade actually happening and the Browns' management's willingness to part with Garrett. But given their current rebuild plan and cap situation, it's not out of the realm of possibility. The deal could be finalized before the NFL draft or during free agency, and when it happens, it'll be a game changer for the NFC East and the entire league. Imagine Garrett lining up across from our offensive line, demanding double teams and wreaking havoc on every snap. That's the kind of impact that could redefine our defense and propel us into genuine playoff and Super Bowl contention. So, what do you guys think? Is this the move that could finally put the Commanders back on the map as a top-tier franchise? Can Garrett's talent and relentless energy help us finally break through and bring that Super Bowl trophy back to DC? It's exciting to think about, and I know a lot of you are fired up about the possibility. Keep your eyes peeled because this story is developing, and I'll be here to keep you updated every step of the way. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, but this one, if it comes true, could be the start of something truly special for us, the Washington Commanders. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Do you think Garrett is the missing piece to finally bring us back to the Super Bowl? Or do you believe the price is too high for such an elite player? Either way, it's an exciting time to be a Commanders supporter, and I can't wait to see how this story unfolds. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. Let's keep the passion alive, keep believing, and who knows, maybe next season, we're celebrating a new era with Garrett leading our charge. Let's go, Commanders.